The last cow, Sally Brown, has just calved. So it's a little heifer calf. Oh, boy, she's just taking her first shaky steps up. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Rolling Hills Farm. Well, we're not exactly at Rolling Hills Farm. We're up in Voyageurs National Park. Canada's right over there, and we're doing some walleye fishing, and beautiful weather this morning. I'm up here with my son, and the fishing's great, and we're relaxing a little bit because of all the rain, a few days of fishing since we can't really do any field work. Next, we've got to start thinking about getting the cows out on pasture and getting up that shade, because it's getting warm, and the sunshade for those black cows who still have their winter hair. So we'll get right to that. Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. Today's project, you can tell where we are, is moving the windbreak for summer heat. We need to get the windbreak and the sunshade in place because it's getting hot fast. Each winter we position two portable windbreaks blocking the west and north wind so the cows can bed down and stay warm in cold weather. And we'll put a lot of bedding down in front of those windbreaks. Come spring, that bed pack gets removed, and we pick these windbreaks up and position them opposite each other so we can stretch our sunshade in between the two.
Come forward, that's off.
That's high enough. So our cows grow serious winter hair, and it takes a while for that hair to shed. 90-degree temperatures in late May or early June will add immense stress to the animals, and in fact it could kill them. And our early pastures don't have natural shade. And we like to keep them close to the barn in these early pastures while the calves are still small and might be vulnerable to timber wolf attack. So that's the reason we set up the sunshade. By mid-June, we'll be moving the cows out into the big pasture, which has lots of trees and water and shade. There we wire in a couple of fence posts just to keep it in place so the cows don't shift it. One on each side has been sufficient to keep the whole thing from moving in wind or anything like that. So there it is, 80% or 85% sunscreen, yet we're out here in the breeze, so the cows can get out of the sun, and it's a pretty big space. Coupled with the little shelter here, they can get out of the sun quite a big area and still feel the prevailing westerly breezes. Now Dawn's coming with a load of straw in the Honda, and by spreading straw in here, it'll encourage them to bed down. Well, that's an important project for the health and comfort of the cows. In the next few weeks, hopefully, we're going to be able to get them out on that pasture. You see it's coming fast, and they're really sick of eating hay. They'd much rather have all this nice pasture, and we'll let you know how that goes when we get them there. Well, there's good news. The last cow, Sally Brown, has just calved. You see the little one laying there, and Sally is licking her. So it's a little heifer calf. Oh, boy, she's just taking her first shaky steps up. Good job, Sally. Yeah, you lick your calf. We're out here getting ready to turn the cows into the first section of green grass. You can see they're anticipating, but we've got a lot of fence work to do before we can get them out here and get them on this green grass. A simple dividing fence just to keep them concentrated on one section at a time. So we use these little poles and a single strand so that we can force them to eat here, and then after a couple days get them over here. This section is a little under 5 acres and it's an old hayfield, and you can see a dividing fence line to keep them away from the bale yard. And then of course the calving paddock is over there, but we like the intensive rotation that comes with these little sections, and so this will be the first of 8 different pasture sections that we rotate them through. We're not going to win any awards for straight. We'll get more.
It's got a kinky or
A tie in it.
yeah.
Eating.
Because I'm getting the good stuff. These guys are just making noises. Driving me crazy. I'm out here all day long, maybe the first day. To get them back in.
Well, with their bellies full of hay. Aside from hauling a repair equipment, here's where the Honda really comes in handy. You can drive along and check insulators, make sure the wire's on all the way, and you can do it really fast through our system of gates. Unfortunately, calves running through the fence and deer running through the fence, we have insulators knocked off all the time. So we need this kind of maintenance frequently. There, the dividing fence is here between the 2 paddocks, and the perimeter fence is up, keeping the cows out of the bale yard. We're going to let them relax for the rest of today and eat a little more dry hay, and we'll probably get them out here tomorrow and into the green pasture, which will still be May, and that's a little ahead of our typical timeline. Thanks for watching. We'll be back to show you the cow enthusiasm when that happens. We'll see you then. It is an amazing sunset.